Welcome back. I'm out here just doing a quick hike. It's still a little bit warm, but it's not as hot as it has been. So I figured I'd come out here and maybe make a cup of coffee and do a little walking around exploring. Also got a little bit of a challenge I might try. We'll see how that works out. I got 3 matches, a knife, a cup, a contractor bag, and some jute twine. And we'll see what we can come up with if the bugs leave me alone. All right. All right, hopefully not cut off. So this area I'm in, I'm kind of back out more toward the car a little bit. I couldn't find what I was looking for to do the challenge. So the only thing I did was light my solid fuel with a match. So this area that I'm in is known as the Saratoga Sand Plains. I got to do a little bit more research into it. Only have been living up here for a few months now. Here's a cool fact though. The Adirondack, 90% of the soil up here is actually more sand than it is anything else. There's more sand in the Adirondacks than on quite a few beaches. I don't know the specifics, but so I guess that's it. I'm out here, bottle bag kit. It's pretty warm. I don't know why I'm making a hot cup of coffee, but I'm making a hot cup of coffee. Probably because I haven't in a while. And my voice is messed up. That helped a little, not much. So also later today, I think I'm gonna do that seat on the canoe. I'm not replacing it right now because it's only gonna be a one-person canoe. So I really don't need that front seat. But in order to keep it from buckling and stuff like that, got to do something. So what I think I'm gonna do is I've got some scrap wood from some shelving I put in my shed. I'm gonna take a couple pieces of that, put it over onto the edge and screw it down so that it's snug up against the sides, and the gun will keep it from popping out, and that'll keep it from too much. I'm at a loss for words right now. Squeezing it and compressing it, compacting it down. The water's already got a slight boil to it. Alright. So yeah. Man, I'll tell you what, it's been a rough few months. It seems like it's just been one car problem after another. And my wife's car right now is back in the shop. Mine was in the shop at least once a week since I bought it. Just made the first payment on it here the other day, and for the first month, it was in the shop more than I was able to be out driving it. So I just wasn't able to do a lot. And then my wife was coming home from work, and her car made a buck, and like she lost all power. The engine light was flashing, which flashing engine light is not good. So she took it in, and they replaced the a sensor, and it was supposed to be good to go. A couple weeks later, she's on her way home from work the other night, and the same thing happened. She lost all power. The light came on, flashing again. She pulled over, had to have it towed back to the dealership again. So far, knock on wood, mine seems to be good to go. The check engine light hasn't come on, and I've put about 200 miles on it, and right on the button, between 118 and 122 miles, that check engine light was coming on. It was the cycle. So right now I got a little over 200, and she's running good. Knock on wood, I said. Again. So I was also doing some research out here on some of this stuff. I was out here doing more or less today. I wanted to do some scouting. This might be one of the areas I want to hunt deer in, so I wanted to come out and check it out. It's pretty thick back in here, which is kind of typical Adirondacks. We got those open fields back in there, which is typical of the sand plains. And some sign back in there, which was good. That farther back clearing, the middle one actually, there was a lot of tracks in the sand back there, and some of them were pretty deep. So I know that's a heavy deer, probably a good sized buck, or at least a nice mature doe. Which the area I'm in, the only way to take a doe is with your archery tag, either or your muzzleloader antlerless. There's no doe permits or anything like that. There's no doe days in New York or anything like that. So this year, more or less, I'm out for a buck. I did get a picture. Maybe I'll include it here. My buddy sent me from the private property we hunt of what looks like the 6-point I let go last year. And he looks like right now he's a 7 with a couple bubbles still going. So I think he's going to at minimum be a 9, because he's got 3 on this side with a bubble, and he's got 4 on this side with a little fork with 2 little bubbles on it. So I think he's going to be a good sized deer, and hopefully he steps in front of me and or my wife this year during the season, and one of us can tag him. I'm going to take this water off of there and put this coffee in there because, well, there's a bee, of course. It's already pretty hot out here. And like I said, you can hear some traffic as I'm back. I walked about almost over to the other road, did a loop back around, and now I'm pretty much back out to the car before I really found a decent clearing that I could get in and sit down and get my stove going. Other than that, I think that's about it. We got I had a camping trip my buddy and I were gonna do up at the backwoods camp on his parents' property, but he decided he really didn't want to do that. So I guess next trip is my wife decided that maybe we'll take a ride over to another one of the local lakes and rent a site for a few days. So get some camping in. That's it's pretty warm. Gonna put the rest of this cool water, whatever in there. So yeah, that's about it. That should be possibly, if car problems don't go crazy, that should be coming up. September trip back up in the Indian Lake area again, and then of course October will be the annual cabin trip. So there's some stuff coming up for the channel, and again I apologize. Just it's kind of been crazy the last few months between moving and some stuff with the house and the shed prep and then car problems. It's just been kind of hard to get out, so I've been doing what I can. So that's where that is. Still was nice to get out here today and not, I'm sweating, but I mean, it's not, the humidity isn't sucking the air right out of your lungs. It's only like at 59%, and it's only like 79 out with a real feel with a little bit of a breeze in the shade here of like 76 or so. So it's a nice day. Out there in the sun, it feels a lot warmer, but it's nice in the shade for a change lately, and it's not raining. So really, that's about it. Just a little bit of a channel update, just a chat, made some coffee out in the woods. I always say, it doesn't have to be the most spectacular hike on the planet. Go out, hike back in a little ways, get off the trail, make a cup of coffee, bring a cup of coffee, read a book, leave the cell phone behind. I know I say that when I'm recording on one, but leave the cell phone. Well, don't leave it behind, but keep it in your pocket or in your backpack. Bring a book, practice some compass work, or whittle a stick. Just go out and do something outside. Life is real short. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow, so try to do what you can today. All right, that's enough of me blabbering. Not sure what's going on for the weekend. I think we got a bunch of stuff we got to get done, but we may try to squeeze it a little bit. A couple hours in again, back up to that rope lake again. So we'll see how things go. This time I'm taking some fishing stuff, even though there was only little fish. There might be big ones. You never know. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.